Thank you very much, guys. Yes, just to confirm some suspicions you may have, I do have two dads. It's not strictly speaking true, actually. I've got a father and a daddy. They've never met. Only thing they have in common is that both have spanked me. I like that joke, it can divide a room, because you get the more sort of conservative people in the room being like, oh, no, that's not right, that's not natural at all. And then you get the more left-leaning people being like, no, you shouldn't hit your kids. But no, I actually have heterosexual parents, unfortunately. Love them very much all the same. They're Geordies, they're liberal Geordies. I'm a Geordie born and raised. But what's a liberal Geordie? Well, a liberal Geordie basically just means that my parents were very supportive when I came out as pansexual. They were very supportive when I came out as non-binary. They were genuinely devastated when I told them I was teetotal. So yeah, I'm non-binary. So what does that mean? For anyone that doesn't know, non-binary just means that I don't really identify as either a man or a woman. I'm sort of outside or in between. Look, I know it can sound confusing. All you need to know is that I'm just like you. All right, when I wake up in the morning, I put my pants on one leg and my skirt on the other. I'm a non-binary comic. It's interesting being a non-binary comic because promoters are always looking to diversify their lineup. You know, they're always looking to not just have it be, 10 straight white men every night in their comedy club. So they'll employ me, and it'll be 9 straight white men and then 1 white man in denial. But it is interesting, because even though I don't identify fully as a woman, I am in the process of transitioning to physically being one, just because it's better for my body dysphoria. I'm at a weird stage in my transition as a female-appearing non-binary comic, where I am not female enough for the BBC to offer me panel show spots, but I am too female for men to find me funny. It is interesting to be non-binary. People often assume that I'm very woke, and that I never slip up, and that I never say anything offensive, and that's not true. Sometimes I will make mistakes. Like when I get booked onto these very diverse, act nights, people are always like, oh, we'll have a night where there's no straight white men, and I get invited to a lot of those. And I was on one recently, and I was talking to my dad, who was a big fan of my comedy, and he's a big supporter of what I do. And he was like, so tell me who was on this night. And I was like, oh, well, so there was me. I was the queer comic, and then there was this person. She was the lady comic, and then there was the disabled comic. And he was like, well, who was headlining? And I knew who was headlining. And who was headlining was of Indian and English origin. But that is not the word that my brain gave me. I couldn't think of the word Indian and English origin. And so I was just sat there thinking, don't say brown, don't say brown, don't say brown. Don't say ethnic, don't say ethnic, don't say brown, don't say ethnic, don't say brown, don't say ethnic. So I just panicked and went, oh, he's spicy. So yes, I was born a man, which you can tell if you have eyes or ears. Fuck it, a nose. Like, I know we're over halfway through the year. I'm still trying to work through all that Lynx Africa I got for Christmas. It's like, thanks, Dad, I wanted a dress. Can't wait to smell like you forever. But I don't like this, I don't like to call myself a trans woman. I don't like that label. I prefer to think of myself as a recovering man. I identified that I had a problem, and I'm taking the steps to fix it. Sometimes I will relapse, though. I will fall back into my old manly ways, or build a shed, fix a car. I don't know, what do men do? Kill a woman? I'll kill a woman. Men do that. And obviously it's very traumatic when I go through these relapses, as it is for anyone who's recovering from anything. But the good news is that when I go through these relapses, I do get paid 8.6% more per hour, so... It's true, but you shouldn't say it. I got catcalled for the first time recently. Anyone here been catcalled? Yeah, I thought so, you're all ugly fuckers, but... No, I got catcalled for the first time. Interesting experience, walking down the street, minding my own business. A white van pulls up, a man shouts out, "Get your tits out, love! Get your tits out!" I thought, oh. Okay. What now? What is the next stage in this transaction? Do you want it? It's warm. There you go, Harry, that's for you. Did you drop my tit? Give it back. It doesn't fucking bite. Give it back. Yeah, thanks. I had to throw it to you. I felt like if I throw it to your friend, I'd get it back wet. You just got that look about you. So, my name is Umby. It is a weird name. I respect that. I thought I had like the weirdest name of anybody that I ever met, but I met somebody with a weirder name. He was a 70-year-old man, a 70-year-old Glaswegian man, a 70-year-old Glaswegian biker called, and this is 100% true, Cougar McNabb. Now, do we have any Glaswegians in? Oh, I'm about to get fucking stabbed because I'm about to do a shit take on your accent, so I apologise for nothing. Listen, we're here to have fun. But no, his name was Cougar McNabb. I was sitting down, I was talking to him. I thought I had to, get to the bottom of this. I was like, Mr. McNabb. He was like, call me Cougar. I was like, Mr. McNabb. I've got to know, where does that name come from? And he went, oh. I told you. You see, I was actually born Robert Dyer, but I've got an identical twin brother, and he started committing white-collar crimes in my name, so I changed it. He can commit crimes as wee Bobby Dyer all he pleases. It's nae gonna bother Cougar McNabb. I was like, hi, 1 second. You chose Cougar McNabb? You walked into that deed poll office like, oh, I know exactly how I'm about to fuck up my life. Yes, I do. I have to wonder, did he workshop it? Was he stood in front of a full-length mirror being like, Jaguar McTavish? No. Panther Iron Brew? No. Leopard fuck the English. It's a bit on the nose. But this man's my hero. He taught me a very valuable lesson. We've already established I'm a bit transy, and that's not the lesson he taught me, by the way. It's not like, oh, Cougar McNabb, oh, maybe I'm a woman. No, it's because trans people have this sort of pattern of when they, pick a new name for themselves when they're going through their transitional journey, they'll pick something very similar to what they were born with. They'll be like, I was born Alex, but now I'm on my magical transformative journey. I'm Alex with a Y. It's like, no, trans people, you are wonderful, you are beautiful, you are brave, be courageous. Storm out of that deed poll office, be like, what the fuck is up? I'm Hammerhead Shark Mick Big Dick. I dare any of you to tell Hammerhead Shark Mick Big Dick that he's not allowed in the men's room. What's up? I'm Hyena von Shockwave, and I piss where I fucking please. I never know which bathroom to use. Like, do I go into the men's room, and if I go into the women's room and I'm identified as being not enough of a woman, I can be sort of accused of being a creep or a pervert. But if I go into the men's room with my leggings and my makeup on, I can be murdered. I'll still go into the men's room because it's much better to die than to be known publicly as a creep or a pervert. I think that's something we've all learned from the Me Too movement, is all those men just wish they died. And they're like, oh, if I died, I would have got away with it. It worked out well for Savile. Why couldn't it work out for me? I used to ask audiences which bathroom they thought I should use if there was no gender-neutral options. I used to say, hey, if there's no gender-neutral option, should I use the men's room or the women's room? But I stopped asking that question. Because I asked that question in Hull. I said, hey, no gender-neutral option, should I use the men's room or the women's room? And I just got one man shout out, disabled! So I don't go there anymore. I was the victim of a hate crime recently. This does get funny. You seem like kind of a nice, hip, liberal crowd. Do you all know what the transgender pride flag looks like? Yeah, some of you. For anyone that doesn't, I've brought a visual aid. This is the transgender pride flag. You can see it's got the 2 blue stripes on the outside, the 2 pink stripes in the middle, and the 1 white stripe in the very center. Now, this was hanging from our first-floor bedroom window. We're very proud in our house. And I come home from a gig one night to see that the window has been smashed in. Someone has thrown a brick through our first-floor bedroom window. So I go up to the bedroom, and there is the flag lying among broken glass, and there's the brick. But around the brick is a bit of paper. Someone's left us a note. So I go over to the bit of paper, I unravel it, and I read the note. And on it is just written 2 words. But I will not forget those 2 words until the day that I die. Fuck Argentina. Folks, I've been Umby Winters. Thank you very much.